Tom, independent caller, Lawrence, Kansas. Welcome.
Thank you. Dr. Paul, I honor your commitment to rooting out the criminal currency cartel that fronts through the Federal Reserve and its high treason finance that weaponizes against the American people and the people of the planet. And I would like to ask you to straighten out your record in terms of foreign policy, because in many ways I honor what I see as your non-interventionist foreign policy, which should actually be called a do-no-harm foreign policy. But as we know, every single war that is started by the United States of America is done through fraudulent and deceptive initiating events. And so this era, it was September 11th. And you took an oath to honor the Constitution. That includes against domestic enemies. And under Article 3, Section 3 of the Constitution, it's clear that the fraudulent nature of the September 11th attacks are treason, and it goes to the bowels of our national security complex and to the Likud operatives who have infested many of the high positions in the Pentagon, and that would include people like Michael Chertoff.
Let's get a response from Congressman Paul. Do you think that 9/11 was a domestic event, as our caller is claiming?
No, I don't believe that. But I don't believe the commission helped us. I believe the commissions, whether they're assassination commissions, the Kennedy Assassination Commission, or whether it's the commission, 9/11 commission, I don't think they're set up to get information and really settle this. I mean, he has strong beliefs, and I am morally, I don't have the information to get to the point where he is. But I am at a point where I don't trust commissions, because who was punished? What about the individual, say the FBI agent that reported numerous times, if not dozens of times, that why are these people learning to fly airplanes but not land airplanes? And he kept saying there's something suspicious of this. It was totally ignored. But nobody goes through with this and finds out, well, why was nobody punished? Sometimes individuals, when this is pointed out, they get promotions. So our big problem is depending on some of these commissions to sort it all out. But I think his point about going to war under false pretense is a pretty good one. Whether it was the Spanish-American War, and even the misinformation on what happened prior to the Pearl Harbor attack, the Gulf of Tonkin resolution, this whole idea and all the gross distortions about why Saddam Hussein was about ready to launch a nuclear weapon at us, and it justified us going in there. And I think one of his points was, 9/11 occurred. I voted for the authority to go after those responsible, but Iraq had nothing to do with it. And that's where we concentrated for 10 years. Loss of life, it's probably a million citizens in Iraq over the last 20 years or so was a result of our intervention over there. And now, total chaos. Just listen to the news this morning. More killing going on in weeks in Iraq. Now Iraq is aligned with the Iranians. It's such a foolish foreign policy. And they go to war under false pretense. They tell stories. And my idea is follow the Constitution. Don't go to war unless there's a declaration of war and it's up front and the Congress supports it and the people support it. Then we know why we're there. We know what we're fighting. We'll know when it's over, instead of these delayed 10 and 20 years of involvement around the world.
Congressman Ron Paul, Republican of Texas, representing the 14th District. He's been running for president, although no longer actively campaigning, has not officially suspended his bid. His past includes a Libertarian Party nomination for president back in 1988. He also served as an Air Force flight surgeon. He served in the U.S. House. He's a doctor and served in the military, as he mentioned, in the Air Force and the Air National Guard.
But as we know, every single war that is started by the United States of America is done through fraudulent and deceptive initiating events. And so this era, it was September 11th. And you took an oath to honor the Constitution. That includes against domestic enemies. And under Article 3, Section 3 of the Constitution, it's clear that the fraudulent nature of the September 11th attacks are treason, and it goes to the bowels of our national security complex and to the Likud operatives who have infested many of the high positions in the Pentagon, and that would include people like Michael Chertoff.
Let's get a response from Congressman Paul. Do you think that 9/11 was a domestic event, as our caller is claiming?
No, I don't believe that.